warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Inshallah, today I would like to share and discuss or think about an ayah which says in Surah Al-Hajj, it's 78th ayah. It says, وَجَاهِدُ فِي اللَّهِ حَقَّ جِهَادِهِ, and its meaning is, and strive for Allah, the striving which is due to Him. The ayah is really long, but I'm just going to focus on the word jihad, because even we as Muslims, we are asked to do this, and our concept of jihad is not what it's supposed to be. It's a continuous process. It's not a single moment we can think that we can live in this world without jihad. And what exactly is the jihad? Jihad is a struggle. Jahada means, and tahajjud is also the word which we know so good, and that also has the 3 letters in it. So unless we strive to leave our comfort and get up, we cannot do that. So striving, constant striving. Of course, the height of the striving is going and fighting in the against the enemies of Islam. But we don't need to do that. Not all of us can do that, and not all of us have to do it. If some of us are ready for it, inshallah, it's going to be taken care of. It's not a farz ayn. It's farz kifaya to have a good army in the Muslim land, and they are there to protect Muslim Ummah from the enemies. But we are living with 3 enemies every moment of our lives, and those are, first one is our own lower self, which is very lazy, which is comfort loving, and which is lowly. It feels so much pleasure in the earthly things, and doesn't want to rise, doesn't want to go up, because going up takes striving, and it's very easy to slide down and enjoy whatever is there. So this is our lower self, which is preventing us from getting up. So what do we need? We need the jihad. We need to fight against those lowly desires and train our lowly nerves to become aggressively trying to accomplish what we are here to accomplish. We are here to accomplish the rising up there, to connect with our Jannah, our Allah, our Creator, and those things which the Ruh is desiring all the time. And the Ruh is not able to take care of things because of this nafs, this lower self, which we are so obedient to. Our obedience is for the lower self. We want to do it, we do it. And this is asking for a lot of jihad. And then the other enemy that is never never ever it's free of not thinking about how it can attack us is the shaitan. Not a moment. The shaitan, he finds a time, and the best time for him to engage us in doing something evil and something not good enough is while we are in the salat, thinking about all those things. And our salat is kind of, requires so much sadasahus, and forgetfulness is there and all that. That is because the shaitan, which is very committed trying to make us not make the best of what we want to do. And the third is the dunya itself. It is very attractive. It is very, beautiful and all that, all this technology, all this whatever, nice houses, nice buildings, nice clothes, nice everything. They are taking our attraction, and our hearts are filled with those things that our eyes are attracted to. So now, the real struggle is like the Prophet ﷺ, he said, you probably heard this hadith again and again, when he was returning from the jihad, the real fighting against the enemies. Now, on his return journey, he told the Sahaba, we are going from the jihad, which is minor jihad, to the major jihad, which is the jihad against these three enemies. And the main is the nafs. We need to control that. Until we take control of that lower nafs, the shaitan doesn't have to do anything. As soon as we take control of the lower self, that is when the shaitan has to come and pitch in and do whatever he needs to do to take our attention away, to not fulfill the responsibilities and duties that we as Muslims are supposed to be engaged with. So I just want to share this beautiful article, and it's talking about basics, and in a simple language it has been discussed. So jihad is the struggle to remove all those things from one's life that incur Allah's displeasure. So this is the basic understanding or definition of jihad. Jihad is a struggle to remove all those things from one's life that incur Allah's displeasure. Now we have to know our deen in order to know what the displeasures are, and then replace them with those things that will gain His acceptance. Again, we need to increase our knowledge. How would we know what does Allah like and what doesn't He like? What should I get rid of and what should I bring in? And jihad is the struggle against one's inner self and its the bestial inclinations. We have the inclinations of the animals, four-legged, and we have all those desires and needs, and we are inclined towards that quite a bit. And it is this struggle, in fact, that the Prophet ﷺ, he said that this is the greater jihad. And if we have just lived in this world just a few years, it is not hard for us to see why this is so. Because all the problems in that humans cause on this planet can be said to spring from those villains in our hearts. There are a lot of villains in our hearts against whom the Prophet ﷺ declared the greater jihad. So this is what it is. We need to go dig it out and check out what's in my heart. Like those villains include arrogance, avarice, pettiness, selfishness, jealousy, greed, self-delusions, and vain passions. So much more. And then furthermore, jihad is struggle to replace these villains with goodly traits, such as mercy, honor, humbleness, generosity, gentleness, dignity, and other qualities that are aptly described as heavenly. We can see people are living, both the things are there. And like the simple example we can take from the Quran is the Habil and Qabil. Which one of those is going to be from the first, and which one is from the second, and which one of those do we want to follow? So the world is filled with those Habils and Qabils, the Shaitan and Iblis and Adam alayhi salam. Adam alayhi salam made a mistake. He repented right away. But Iblis, he doesn't want to acknowledge his wrong. He says he's arrogant. So those two are going to be in the world all the time. And which one of those are we? Which one of those two am I following? Am I doing? So jihad is the struggle to fulfill the rights and responsibilities of one's family. This is also jihad, that we need to realize our responsibilities and our, we should be very aggressively and goodly trying to fulfill those. That's my thing that I'm sent to, and that is what I'm going to ask about. I'm not going to be asked about did others take care of my rights? Did they fulfill their duties towards me? I'm going to be asked about my duties, my responsibilities towards others. This is jihad. No matter who is how with us, we still have to fulfill our responsibilities towards them, such as the neighbors and relatives, and to make sure that one does not harm them either with his hand or his tongue. This is also jihad, that I never say anything that harms them, that hurts their feeling, and I don't do anything with my hand that's going to cause pain to them. So this hand and tongue thing, and this includes writing and recording and messages and anything and everything that we do with the tongue and the hand. In the same token, jihad is a struggle to forgive the wrongs of others. And we lack in that too. People say, I can forgive, but I cannot forget. But someone has said it beautifully. Forgiveness is a note which is shredded and put in the fire. Nothing remains. Nothing remains. So if I say I can forgive, but I cannot forget, then where's the forgiveness? No forgiveness. So this is also jihad, to struggle to forgive the wrongs of others, to overlook their misgivings. Overlook, just as if you never saw that, and hide their faults. And doing against this is gossip. Gossip is ghiba, and ghiba is absolutely haram. And then jihad is the struggle to help the needy, the orphan, the widow, and the homeless by sacrificing our wealth. By sacrificing our wealth. Jihad, this is not easy. Again, people would just want to go ahead and listen to the good lectures, but when there is fundraising, it's so difficult. Fundraising is not an easy thing. So this is the jihad. What we give will always come back to us. This is the promise of our Creator. But this is one, we don't realize because we don't experience that. This is something that has to be experienced. And then jihad is to show our love and gentleness to our young ones and respect and dignity to our elders. This is also jihad. Everything is a jihad. For a believer, there's not a single moment without jihad. And protect the honor and property of every single member of the society, whether man or woman. We don't take it for granted. We don't cheat. We don't rob. We are very honest, and we cannot even think of doing any harm to anyone in whichever way, and whether someone is aware of it or not, we don't care. It's not my thing, so I don't have a right to that. Jihad is also the struggle to speak out against injustice. This is also jihad, and this is not easy again. To help the victims of oppression. Jihad is also to help the victims of oppression, and jihad is also to ensure that everyone is given just measure, regardless of gender, ethnicity, or religion. We are very just. We are not biased within family, within group of people, whatever. We want to be very fair. Fairness it calls for a big jihad. Ultimately, jihad is that struggle in which we are willing to give our lives in the name of Allah. So this is the ultimate thing, that we as women, we raise our children in such a way. They say that behind every great man, there's a woman. So we can be those women, whether it's our children, whether it's our husbands, our brothers. We want to be strong and show them that this is what Deen is about. And we as women can only do so much, but the men who are there in our lives, we can have so much impact on their lives by showing that we are doing jihad in our lives constantly. And that's the only way. Those men, they come from the women, and they take so much from us women, especially the children, whose first school is our laps. We are, we can be their role model. That there is so much jihad in being a good woman who's willing to sacrifice, who's willing to do whatever it takes to please Allah. So that these ideals will endure and bring peace and justice to countless others. And then truly bringing the harmony of the heavens down the earth. There's harmony in the earth. The sun doesn't disobey Allah. The moon doesn't. No, nothing in the universe disobeys Allah. But we as human beings, we have the option. We have the choice. So what do we choose? Though we can only skim the surface of this vast ocean of the essence of jihad, jihad is tied to our very existence. It's tied to our every moment of our lives. For if we were to ask what the purpose of our creation is, then it is no less than a struggle, a jihad, to submit our will to our Creator. To submit our will to our Creator, thereby achieving peace and unity with the rest of the cosmos in celebrating His majesty and glory. This article is I had saved it and I loved it, and I have also shared it on our blog, lessonsoftoday.com. If anyone wants to go read the whole article, it's there. Just search for the article on jihad, and inshallah you'll be able to read the whole thing, and again and again, read it again and again. And we need to fix ourselves through really knowing what jihad actually is, because our knowledge of jihad is very incomplete, very something which is on the surface. We don't realize the intensity of jihad in our lives, that we need to bring that intense jihad in our lives, which will allow us to be the way Allah wants us to be. آخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب Ngayon ay naganda